What a start. What a start. Hey, man, I hope you guys are having a great Monday morning. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you enjoyed the yesterday. I tell you this, even I don't know about that game, man. That something wasn't right about that game, man. I'm watching the game. I'm watching two teams go up against each other, right? That fought through like the entire uh, division to get there. But then, while they're playing, these guys just seemed like they were just like manhandling these guys, man. It was, I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm not saying that people throwing games and all this other stuff. I'm just like, dude, I was expecting more of a fight, man. I mean, it's just like, it just seems so. Based on the way the Patriots were playing, you would have thought that they would have been eliminated already before getting to the Super Bowl. And I had no like skin in the game, but I honestly I wanted the Patriots to win. Maybe it's the name, Patriots, America win, right, kind of thing. And obviously both teams are American teams, right? But it was just, it was just like God. So I told my son early. I said, based on how they're playing, these guys are gonna win. The Seahawks are gonna win. I'm watching the play. It wasn't even like wait till later type of thing, and maybe it'll kick it. I was like, nah, their movements. If I had to gamble on this, I would say that we're gonna lose, and anyway, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. Even if you don't like football, I think it was a good pastime to watch. You know, watch an American sport, and it's become like a traditional thing. It's become one of those things as part of the culture. It's not just a game. It's a cultural thing. Think about it. It brings a lot of families together. They're a lot of families are together just for the Super Bowl, just like Thanksgiving, probably without less arguing. You know what I'm saying? you know. So okay, so I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna get off the topic. I'm gonna go start fixing a vacuum, but I have to get this out. All right, I have to get this out. I saw this. I'm gonna show you something I saw Saturday. Okay, and this person is on my timeline, and they're always posting stuff, and I'm like, what are you doing, right? But anyway, read this. It says here, right? The people wanting their own Super Bowl halftime show are the same people who needed their own separate water fountains and bathrooms. I was like, come on, man. Are you kidding me? Like, really? Really? I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? What it's almost like there's somebody there whispering in the ear. Hey, they hate you. That person that's kind of trying to start a fight. And I'm like, no, there's a lot of black folks that didn't want to see this guy. Right? There's a lot of Hispanics that didn't want to see this guy. Okay? It had nothing to do with that. And so a friend of mine put a post up, and he was talking about the topic, and I was like, look, man, look, it's not about white faces and all this stuff. Okay? It's that this guy showed himself to be anti-American, or you could say anti-American. And if your audience is American, right? If your base audience is American, use your head. Don't you think that American audience is probably not going to want an anti-American person singing in their for the Super Bowl? which is cherished. Come on, let's cut it out. Just think of it like I said. Think of it like any business. You're marketing to your audience, right? Let's just think about it like that. You're marketing to your audience, and the person that's selling the product to your audience don't like your audience, or don't like what your audience stands for, don't like the values of your audience. Naturally, your audience is going to say, well, all right then, fine, we don't want you, right? It's natural. It's nothing like that, okay? So anyway, I thought this was stupid, but here's something I saw, right, from one of his stage shows, okay? He was burning the American flag, and I'm like, dude, you don't think people are gonna be like, nah, you know, I like, look, I'm gonna give somebody something, right? I'm from the Caribbean. I saw my flag there, my not my flag, but the flag of my homeland, right? My flag that I live here now, my flag is the American flag, right? That's my team. It's like if I was on the Giants team and I got transferred over to the Cowboys, I'm not gonna be wearing the Cowboy, the Giants stuff on when I'm playing the game. I'm now a Cowboy. You got me? I'm a Cowboy now. So the same thing. I'm American. That's it, right? So, and this is where I live. This is where my family lives. My kids live. This is my kids were born. My kids were born here. We got married here. Buy a house here. The whole deal. So I pay taxes here. You think I want this land to go down? So all those people that are celebrating if we lost a deal overseas, or I'm like, why are you guys celebrating this stuff? Are you kidding me? So wait, you want our country to be like to lose? It just baffles me sometimes when I watch these people. But anyway, it's just baffling, man. I'm like, dude, you don't want people like that on your team, right? They're happy your team is losing. They're like, see, I told you, we should have used that bat. That's the cheat. I'm glad no, man, no, dude, you need to shut up, okay? We don't want anyone to tell our team, so this is our team, right? This is our team. Listen, we've listened to opera singers, stuff like that. It's not about not speaking a language. I don't know, whoever liked the guy they were into. Listen, I went to a Pitbull concert, right? Pitbull's like very pro-American, at least to my knowledge. And who he had there? He had Ricky Martin there, Puerto Rican, right? I grew up with Puerto Ricans and Dominicans and Cubans and all that stuff in the Bronx, right? So he could have, I don't think he spoke for every Puerto Rican, especially the ones who look at New York life as their life. Yo, what's up, man? That's their life, right? So they don't see that. And also the beginning of that, and I'm done. I'm almost done. Because it was, I just had to get off my chest, man. The beginning of the video with the sugarcane cutters and all this. I'm like, man, come on, man. Aren't we done with this plantation bullshit already, man? Let's move on from this stuff, bro. Okay? Come on already, man. Man, listen, it's enough. You guys have beaten this thing to death, okay? And you're still beating it over people's heads every day. And always whispering in their ear. You see, they hate you, and you can't make it. And every time you rise up, they're going to try to put you down. It's like, come on, man. Stop telling young black kids this stuff. Stop telling these people that, okay? It's not cool, man. Because they grow up believing that they can't succeed. It's like you're hurting these people, okay? Anyway, I'm done with all that. All right, let me get to but the Super Bowl, the game itself felt weird though. Watching these guys, they didn't seem like they were competing at the same level. I don't even understand that. I don't even understand how that went down like that. But anyway, hey, the best team won, right? That's how it goes. The best team won, and I bet you a lot of people lost money yesterday. That's for sure. What's up? What's up? I bet you a lot of folks lost money yesterday, man. All right. Okay, I gotta redo my capture device. It has an old image. Activate. Here we go. Here we go. How do I have to shrink this. This is too. You know what? Let me lift this camera up, guys. Ugh. All right, I'm just putting the wheels on this thing real quick. And somebody said they were interested in buying this. So I was like, you know what? Let me at least get part of this thing ready. So if they do want to come pick it up, it's available. Is it in? No, it's not in all the way. All right, so if anybody have any questions about vacuums and stuff like that, shampoos, let me know. I'm gonna go. I can't get the damn thing out. It don't feel like it's in all the way. Hold on. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use a drill. The drill should have enough force maybe to push it in. Let's see. Let me try the other side. What's with the camera? Okay, there it is. Either that or I'm not strong enough. Go on you, bro. Let me try these then. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can force it in with the drill. Golly. But yeah, it's become like a. I'll tell you this. How is it possible, right? That the same people, I'm still on this. The same people. Think about it for a second in the country right now. The same people are going to be on opposite sides of any issue. Right? It's so weird. And you know what they did? They created an opportunity. By doing this, right? They've created an opportunity for a new business model to show up. When they said we're going to make an alternative halftime show. You know how much money these guys lost because of that? Or how much money the other people gained as a result of that move? Okay? They made it really, really too political. And they knew what they were doing. Don't tell me that you didn't know who this guy was before you just hire him to do the show. So they knew what they were doing. Maybe they were banking on rage watching or whatever. They were banking the way the movies. They do the dumb movie stuff where the actors are talking negative about the fans, and it's like, maybe this is a new way of marketing. Maybe I should be yelling at the people who watch my show or something and could cuss you guys out or something. I don't know. Maybe is that the way? I mean, the new way of doing it is to hate your audience. Oh my God. So. So, anyway, let me try to push this in. So they knew what they were doing, but they created another opportunity. No, it didn't work. I'm gonna have to get a mallet. You know those mallets, the rubber hammers, and bang this in or something. Are they all like this? I guess they're all like this. Kind of pushed out a little bit. I guess it doesn't matter because the wheel is already, so it's still gonna be off the ground. So I guess it don't matter. All right, let me push this one in. Yeah, I have to bang this one in. But yeah, they create another opportunity. So somebody else says, well, all right, being that you're going to do this, you know what we'll do? And that's why I put ebb and flow, right? Is that, okay, then fine. Then you just open the lane for us for a lot of people who don't feel served by the way you're going about it. So you just open the lane and we're going to walk down that lane and take advantage of this opportunity. And that's what just happened there. Okay? It's like anytime, and if we're trained to always be victims, we don't see opportunities the same way, right? If we're always trained to think that this is happening to me, we don't see the opportunity in the negative scenario, right? So while everyone else is like arguing over a scenario, someone else is saying, "Hey guys, you know what? I see an opportunity that we can put on our own show, and I guarantee you." And I think they got 5 million people to watch. That's a lot, man, dude. I try to get 100 people to watch. I can't sometimes. You know what I'm saying? No, of course I wish it was more than 100. No, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to be funny with that. But so they opened an opportunity for someone else to step in, and they step right in, and bam, just like that. So I look at a lot of this stuff like that. I see, I see a lot of what happened in the culture as, you know what, there's going to be an overcorrection being made, like just like the immigration thing. Yeah, the city that is actually where all of this trouble is happening, it just so happens to have some other things going on, right? Coincidence? Maybe, maybe not, right? Other cities, ICE was in Charlotte, right? And they were in and out, just like that. No worries, no hiccups. Maybe they caught a couple of people that was here that wasn't supposed to be here or whatever, but they were in and out, right? People had a couple of signs. That was it. Nobody was trying to kick trucks and stuff like that, man. It's like stopping people in the street, checking their driver's license plate. The I don't know, these groups that they're stopping people in the street. And it's like I saw this lady. This lady said they were interviewing one of the ladies that were stopping people in the street, right? Because they're trying to make sure that they weren't ICE. It's like, okay, so if they were ICE, what were you gonna do? Like, what are you prepared to do? Are you gonna fight? What are you guys doing? So let's play it out, right? So ICE is in a truck, right, and they're looking for somebody, right, and they blow the whistle, right, and then they'd say, hey, that's an ICE truck. Okay, great. So what are you gonna do now? You're gonna smash the window or something? You're gonna go and attack these guys? What are you gonna do? Or you're just gonna circle them or something and start whistling? It's ridiculous. But the lady said, so when she interviewed the lady says, yeah, we want to know who's in our neighborhood, and we want to know who's, make sure our neighbors are safe, and we know who's coming into our neighborhood. So the lady was like, I don't know if she was eating something. She said, you mean like a border? Oh shoot, man. That was so silly. But it was funny. It was correct. So you're checking out who's in your neighborhood, right? You want to check out who's in your golf club. You want to check out who's in your building. You don't want to just let people in your building without checking out. I remember there was a lady a couple years ago got in trouble because I think this black guy was coming in the building, and she was like, do you live here? And do you live here? The guy's like, yeah, I live here. Can I see your ID? So I don't know. I guess they find out which company she worked for or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, that's a natural thing, guys. That's nothing unnatural, right? About you have a home, you have a country, and you want to check people that's coming in, right? I knew an overcorrection was going to come when they opened the floodgates, and I was like, that's a problem, because there's going to be an overcorrection. And there was a Mexican friend of mine that I knew. I said, listen, you probably know, and I'm not making any assumptions, but I said, you probably know people that don't want this much light on them right now. They want to quietly work and get their paperwork done. And now the big spotlight is put on that, right? Gigantic spotlight. Damn. And you're mad at who? You're mad at the people that are enforcing the law? You should be mad at the people that opened the gate, that put a giant spotlight. Because there were people who are quietly trying to get their stuff. They flew over or whatever, and they drove over, and they stayed longer than they should, and they're hoping like, man, maybe I can just get this paperwork done. And now there's a big spotlight. You're mad at the wrong people. Anyway, here we go. That's just the way I'm looking at it. Proud to be an American. How's that one? And that ain't no joke. Okay? If it was someplace else, I'll be someplace else. Okay? But there's no happening like what's happening here. And these people saying that they're gonna leave. Oh, I'm preparing my family to leave America. I'm like, go ahead, man. Why are you telling the world, man? Why don't you just go? You telling the world. What do you want us to do? Talk you out of it? Nah, don't go. Please don't go. Nah, we're not gonna talk you out of it. Go ahead. It's the best game in town. Best game in town. All right. And if you hate the place, don't be surprised when people don't want to watch the show because the person performing don't love the country. I mean, duh. How is that so surprising? And why would people just keep trying to manipulate the truth of it? It's not about immigrants. It's about illegal operations. It's about illegal entry. It's about illegal this. It's not about the people. Okay? We need to cut that out. I'm an immigrant, but I'm an American, and I'm proud to be one. All right? I took my test and everything. Studied about the all that stuff. Had to pass the test, dude. Proudly went to, I think it was Raleigh we went to, or was it Charlotte? I went to 2 ceremonies, one for my wife, one for me. And, so one was in Charlotte, one was in Raleigh. I just keep forgetting which one was which. And, I had, put out swear, pledge allegiance, the whole deal. And that's it. I take that pledge seriously. I take that pledge seriously, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God. Boom, serious business right there. That's not no joke. How you gonna say those words and not mean it? So anyway, I'm cleaning up this Kirby bag right now. I just had to get that off my chest, man. These people. So apologize for anybody who's like, dude, I just want to see you change a belt. What the hell are you talking about this stuff for? Sometimes I get stuff off my chest, guys. Sometimes I just start ranting and get stuff off my chest. But people are silly, man. But it is a phenomenon, though, that everybody seems to be always on the opposite side of the issue. And I'm like, why is that? It doesn't matter what we're talking about. It could be immigration. It could be the economy. It could be parenting. It could be values. It could be schools. It could be any topic that is, about how, how a country can get better. And like clockwork, the same people will be on opposite side of this thing. And it's like, how is that even possible? I mean, how is that even possible that we're always going to be on opposite side of these issues? So if I say it's good for us to have a border, you're going to say, no one is illegal and stuff. I'm like, what? Dude, what do you mean no one's, what are you talking about? What, are we even talking the same thing? It's like, what are we doing, man? What are you talking? What does that even mean? No one is illegal and stolen. What does that even mean, man? That's such a silly statement. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I gotta get. Do I have another one of these? I have to replace this. I have to replace this. God, I wish the newer styles were able to fit on the old of these. Can't use this one. This one slides right off. It's been eaten out. This section right here. So when you put it on the Kirby, if you notice, if you have a Kirby, right, and you notice that the moment you put the bag on, it just slides right off. Two things could be the issue, right? Let me show you. I'm gonna show you the two things I'm thinking, right? Watch this. Anyway, guys, I'm not a hater, man. I am not a hater, that's for sure. just some of this stuff is so ridiculously ridiculous that you just gotta say something about it. It's just like, come on, man. All right, so now two things is going on. Either, hold on, bring it down. We bring it down close to home. Either this is worn. What happened to the thing? Okay, either is it freaking out? What the hell? Holy cow. Okay. All right. Let me close some of these things. Something is going on. Something is pulling too much from my I don't know what it is. Give me a second. Something. I don't know if it's the internet, whatever. These pictures are freezing up. It shouldn't be freezing up like this. Okay. All right. Okay. Awesome. All right. Hey, Brienne. What's up? Yeah. Something with the connection to camera. Man, Brienne, I was ranting like crazy just now. You missed me going off. What's going on with these people, man? So anyway, did you watch the Super Bowl yesterday, Brienne? Top of the morning. So if you notice, what happens is this. Oh my gosh! What the hell? Man? Hold on, let me see something. Let me move it back a little bit then. Let me move it a little bit. It can't be this. I mean, it's silly, right? You can't just be because I moved it. Oh my gosh. It is, All right, guys, you're just going to have to bear with it, okay? I'm sorry about that. All right? Just bear with it. As long as it don't freeze forever, you know. If it freezes for a second, I guess I have to just deal with that for now. But you see how easy this pops off? Okay. So, if this is fine, if this is the rubber, the gasket is okay, the next step is this. This is the problem. So now let's say I have this, and I put this on, and it locks. See that? It locked. Then this is fine. See that? Because it's not coming off. Right? So then you can eliminate that this is not the problem, right? This is obviously this. I would have preferred this one here though. This is it's a stronger mini emptor than these. These break. These can crack. But this is the original, right? But I wanted to use a different tubing. See that? It's cracked. See that? So, and I like these. I like these better. So I wanted to just swap it out. But you can't fit this on top of that. So it is what it is. Now I have one of these, but I would probably have to. I don't want to do this. I wouldn't want to, because the lady want me to swap it out or whatever, because she saw it was cracking and everything. She was like, yeah, let's put another one on there. So I may just have to order one, but I have a bunch of them. You know, I have a bunch of them. I could just throw it on, but I don't want to put this kind of color. You know, and then I don't want to spray paint it, because then a lot of people love to scratch up against their wall, and I wouldn't want the color to transfer to their wall. You know, their baseboards. You know, so I don't want to paint it either. You know, so this would have been a nice, just black. You know, black would have just blended in pretty okay. So. I'll move this out the way. I may just have to order another one of these things here. Yeah, order another one of these. I don't want to put tape, you know, because even if you see the tape, Kirby made it with this tape here. But you put tape here, it's still just going to it's going to blow out. The dust is just going to find its way to blow out. The air is going to keep forcing it, and then it'll just be tape with some dust coming out of it. So I don't want to tape it up either. So you see what I'm saying? So I just have to replace this. But anyway, little decisions. Brienne, I was trying to hurry to get here. Well, man, I'm glad that you're here, Brienne. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, no, Brienne, I was back and forth with two friends of mine about the halftime, and the Super Bowl stuff. So I was just sharing it with the folks, my opinion, which is, someone can have another opinion, and their opinion. You know what? You know what? You don't hear a lot of. I get your point. Right? We all. I mean, I guess we're just that competitive that we want to win so bad that we can't concede and say, well, yeah, you have a point there. Even on when you're watching these little news roundtable debate stuff, rarely do you get anybody to kind of give in their position to say, okay, well, you have a point there, but would you consider looking at this other side this way? It's all or nothing. It's like nobody's gonna agree. No, I'm not agreeing with you. you know, but in real life, right? In real life, don't we? No, you didn't watch it. In real life, don't we? Don't we come to agreements? I mean, if life was like what we saw online on TV and stuff like that, nobody ever will agree. But when it seeps into your life, when you hear people around you talking like that, that's when you're like, whoa, what the hell is going on, right? Like, so now this stuff, it comes home. Now it's home, and now it's affecting. Then it's like an infection, right? and then those people are talking to my kids, right? And I'm like, listen, no, you're not gonna hear this without a pushback. At least you're gonna know how to push back, right? Especially my son is going to college, and a lot of this indoctrination happens there. Obviously, it's what it is. You're around like-minded people, and they just came out of home. All of them thinks everything should be free. Right? Everybody wants free stuff. And it's okay, whatever, right? The kids go through their stages, right? And then they start working, right? But I want him to have at least the kind of mindset to ask questions, man. At least push back on it. Don't just accept every single proposition, man. Don't accept everything without checking your own, like, wait a second, time out. You know what I mean? Am I thinking this through? Am I agreeing just because I don't want them to laugh at me, or am I agreeing because I really do agree with this, with this idea? And I think a lot of us, we just agree to stuff just because we don't want to be left out. We don't want to be ostracized. I remember this lady said. They were talking about ID and stuff like that, and it said the same people that didn't want to what do you call it? The same people that didn't want to show vaccine ID and didn't want to wear a mask or whatever are the people that says you're supposed to have an ID and ICE can ask for an ID. And I was like, that don't make any sense. What are you talking about? I said, look, the vaccine stuff was a social pressure. They were they were telling you that if you did not get this, you were killing people. You weren't a caring person. You were not, it was a social pressure. ID and border and stuff, that's law. That's like the law of the land. So if a cop pulled me over and asked for my ID, what am I gonna say? What am I gonna tell him? Was it during the COVID? What am I gonna say to him? I'm gonna give my ID. What's wrong with you people? Oh my gosh. Hey, so some of it makes me laugh because I look at things. I don't want to say black and white because I do kind of I do understand nuance and stuff. But if it's silly, I'm gonna laugh at it. I'm gonna call it silly. And if I'm wrong, I'm like, oh, my bad. I saw it this way for a sec. I never saw it that way. Oh, that's okay. But that's real life versus the stuff that we see online. Nobody gives in online. Nobody giving. There's it's all or nothing. Oh. Oh gosh. All right. Let me see what you're saying, Brienne. I've always so unbothered by other people's opinion and became so good at it. Yeah, right? Yeah. Yep. Yep. With that tone, I don't care. Uh okay, yeah. Okay is a good one. I mean, I love okay. I love okay. I had to end a lot of conversations with okay. I really did. Um, I really did. I had to just end a whole lot of it with okay. You know, especially this oppression Olympics thing. You know, when people constantly talking about. Give me a second. Monroe vacuums. I can help you. Good morning. Hi. Yes, we do. Absolutely. 622. Uh huh. Go ahead. Correct. Yes. When would you like to drop it off? Today? Well, if it's today, you would want to do it before 10, okay? Yeah, but the rest of the week, I come in at 10 o'clock in the morning, so you can come in and drop it off. Fair enough? Yeah, that'd be great. All right. You're welcome. Right. Yeah, so I have a take on something, right? And it's probably not popular with a lot of folks who don't anyway. So the take is they were talking about this guy. This guy was on stage. I forgot his name. I don't know his name, but he won like country duet, whatever. This black guy, half Nigerian or something like that, and he said immigrants built the country. And I was like, now listen, I'm like again, you would think I'm just pro immigrant, everything they say should be I should be okay with it. It's like nah, I can't be okay because I won't be consistent, right? And I was like, you know what? I know what you mean, but no, I don't know. No, because the way they're using it now is it's they're using it as like a weapon, like you know, and people just repeat stuff without thinking, right? And I was like, no, you know what? No, no. This is what happens if you let's say Apple company, right? And you got a bunch of workers there that help them get going. But if you talk about who built the Apple who built this company, you're gonna say Steve Jobs built the company and his partner, whoever the guy is. We don't even remember the guy. You're not gonna say the person that was helping in the IT department and the person that was that helped put up the floor and the person that the janitor and the person that managed that department and even like the executive CFO. You're not gonna say that even the executive CFO. You're not gonna say that they built the company. Okay. So I get what you're saying, a lot of people, but they didn't design the system, right? They didn't design the Constitution. They didn't design the laws. They didn't design the working the way each state work with the government. They didn't design the courts. They didn't design so let's not do that, right? And then this whole idea about well we did this is no you didn't. You were born in 1990 something. You didn't do nothing. You were born the same way. So the lady was saying that that immigrants can't say that, and I was like, yeah, I agree. But the reason she said they can't say it is because they came here with a built system, and we were here. And I said, no, you weren't. If you were born in the 70s or the 60s, you didn't build it. So if my grandparents ate a cake, I didn't taste it. I didn't taste the cake. My grandparents ate the cake. So I'm not gonna say we had cake. So let's cut that out too. This how we went through this. No, you didn't. You didn't go through nothing. You lived a very comfortable life here, right? In the last 20, 30 years. All right? Let's cut that out. Cut this we did this. You didn't do it. You didn't go through nothing. You haven't experienced a thing of what you're talking about. And the people that did experience it probably be looking at you like, what do you complain about, man? Where you are right now, I wish that's what we had. What we went through. The people that were, have to, start their own fires and, fight off wolves, right? People that were beaten to from dawn to dusk because they had to go work the fields or whatever. Those people wish they were here right now. And instead of taking advantage of it right now, you're thinking about the past and you're saying like we went through this. It's like cut that out already. Let's stop teaching the kids that. All right? Because you're teaching the kids to be limited, to think small, to think and live in the past. They need to take advantage of today's opportunities, Just do that. Wow, look at this. Someone used this and returned it. You know what they did? It looked like they're using like a construction job and returned it. That's what it looked like. Golly. All right. I think I'm done ranting, Brianne. I think I'm done ranting. I get a couple of these, at least a couple of these a month. Entitlement card, yes. All right. Yeah, a lot of people do get angry at when you just say, okay, whatever. I have a friend that if I said, all right, fine, whatever, it's like no. Because they want to argue it, they want to argue, and I'm like, okay, man. I mean, fine, like you want to think that, you go ahead. All right, you want to think like that, but it's only if now they start to trying to feed it to my kids. Now I get that's when I'm like, okay, all right, we need to shut this down. Let me rebut you now, okay? Let me rebut you now. All right. Now I'm interested because you're not gonna sell my kid that without him hearing me give example. Then he can make up his mind, I guess, later. What he believes or not. But I'm not gonna just let you fill his head with this stuff and he not hear. How does Dad think about it? Okay. All right. And does it make sense? So yeah. But the entitlement card, man. I think we are so prosperous, even though some of us are still, we have bills and all this other stuff. But just consider it. We're so the ones who are complain the most, so prosperous that they're bored and they need something to complain about. Because I guarantee you, if we were struggling for, and we had army tanks in our backyard and stuff, and we were in a war zone of sorts, a lot of the crap that we get our minds caught up in, nah. If we were really in a regime like they keep saying, like, oh, it's Gestapo. If you were really in that kind of a place, do you think you would even be able to say it? You think you'd even be able to say it? You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh. And then they had the video that went up the other day with the animals. And then my friend was getting crazy about it too. And I was like, look, man, being offended is a very personal thing, right? People are offended by things, and some people are not. That's offense is personal. That's you decide, and sometimes maybe not, because some people are out of control, so they can't decide to be offended or not. They just get offended by everything, so there's no control over their emotions. But so this is the example he gave me, Brianne, and tell me what you think. Let me give you the example he gave me. It was very vulgar, but he said, if someone sent you a video and they were doing like some sexual stuff or whatever, right? With your wife, would you be offended, right? And he says, just like if someone assaulted you, even if the punch did not hurt you, did they still assault you? And what's the other example he gave? Oh my God, he gave another example, right? But two of the examples were yeah. Anyway, just do it like that, all right? So tell me what would your take be on that, right? Because it was about the offense. It was about people being offended by that video with the Obamas and stuff like that. And I was like, dude, number one, I saw the whole video. I saw what the video was about. It was about election, something with the election. And the person was scrolling or whatever. Something happened where, I've done it before. I'm recording a screen, and especially if it's on X, and it will just automatically go to the next video, and you have to scroll back up or whatever, right? I've been there. So was it careless? Yeah, right? It could have, and was it calculated? Who knows, right? But I said the idea of being offended is an individual's choice, right? That's still your choice to be offended. It's okay if you're offended, but it's your choice. Don't act as if it's not within your control. So I said, assaulting people, that's a law. That's something. You're breaking it's objective. You're breaking a law, even if it doesn't hurt you. That person assaulted you, right? Being offended by someone calling you a name, or because there are people that's been in a relationship where they've been. Let me see. Hold on. He said, "My son is a copy paste of me, but he will also know that he's in the wrong and still argue for 10 minutes just to get a kick out of how dumb people make themselves look." Well, sounds like he loves having fun. Oh, but yeah. So there's some people in marriages that things happen and they stay together, and some people they don't. A little thing happened and they're out of there, right? But those things are your choice. So if every time, in other words, take a look at that video. If you saw that video, Brianne, take a look at that video. Someone made a video. Whatever, in the jungle, whatever, right? So if this was about black people, monkey type stuff, then every single black person in that video should have been a monkey, right? And then Joe Biden shouldn't have been a monkey on a tree eating a banana next to Kamala, who looks like a turtle, maybe. I don't know what she was. She should have been a monkey. Joe Biden should have been another animal. And then Whoopi should have been another animal instead of a hippopotamus. And then Hakeem Jeffries, I think he was like a little squirrely thing or whatever. He should have been. You know what I'm saying? It's like, guys, what are you doing? How many times do you guys call Trump the orange orangutan and all this other shit? What are we doing, man? Cut that out. And then these people who know how to offend you, they know exactly what they did is they screenshot. They didn't screenshot the part of the video that showed there was at the very end of the video, the guy was on a drill. I think he was drilling something. They must have scrolled twice or whatever. And then the beginning of the video was talking about the election. They didn't screenshot the election part. They screenshot this part, right? Which was the very beginning of that video. And I'm like, so you made it look like it was posted like that, right? Like there was a post written, and then they uploaded an image of Obama's as gorillas in the thing, and that's how it went out to the public. It looked like a screen, like, you know what I mean? It was a screenshot because it was a video. It wasn't a still image. It was a video. So you didn't screenshot any other part of the video but that part, right? You know, it's like, so people just reacted. And it's like, man, if they can do this to you, if they can get you every single time, they know exactly how to push your button. They got your code. We used to say, where I'm from, we used to say, he got your card, or you draw a card, like when you draw a card, you know, a card draw, and he draw a card on you. So that means he got your number, right? So these guys know exactly how to piss you off, and they do it every single time, and it works every single time. Yeah, that's what they're talking about. That's what they're talking about. And I'm like, dude, they've literally created an entire group of people, right? Mentally, I'm talking about that they whisper. It's like, it's, oh my god, it's an unhealthy relationship. That's what it is. It's like you have someone that knows how to, you know, piss you off. They claim to be your friend, and they have their hands around your shoulder, and they whisper in all the things in your ear to keep you from believing in yourself. It's an unhealthy relationship that these guys have, and I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be. I don't want my kids to be a part of it. I don't want my family to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it. The first, like, they think I should be upset, and they try to scare the shit out of me. Oh, they're gonna come get you next. They're gonna come. It's like, what are you talking about, man? You think you can scare me like that, man? Are you kidding me? Who you guys think you're talking to, man? Oh, I may not like going out on a jet ski too far out in the ocean, but you're not gonna scare me with the police gonna come after you because you're black and all this stuff. That stuff doesn't work on me. All right, that stuff don't work. You're gonna have to come better than that. Oh my gosh. Don't threaten me with a good time. I love that. I'm going to pin that. I'm going to pin that one. I love that one. Don't threaten me with a good time. Oh, pin that one. Oh, man. Don't threaten me with a good time. I'm just trying to clean this thing out, man. It looked like they use it to do sheetrock or something, you know. I'm probably just gonna work out some really good deal for somebody to get this and just say, here you go, just take it off my hands, you know, because but I just don't want to give it to whoever wanted like this. It's like I guess people do this a lot, man. I wonder how much money is lost each year by people doing this, you know, just buying it and returning it, and buying it, use it, return it, you know. Obviously, not all returns are like that. Some returns are definitely legit, you know, warranty issues, products just not made right or whatever. But I know there's a lot. I think a lot of it is also bullshit returns. It's like, you know, people broke theirs and then they buy one and they swap it out. A lot of it is. You know, a lot of it is like that, man. You know, the big companies, I guess they really do plan for that kind of loss, you know. But I know the little guys you can't really handle, you know, messing around like that. It's like, I wouldn't want people to treat my business like that, you know. Because it's like, dude, what are you doing? It's like, I'm already spending the money already. I'm already buying more material. What happened? Damn it! I'm already placing orders for more stuff with that money, man. What are you returning? Oh, damn it. All right, fine. Oh, man. Don't threaten me with a good time. What? I can see using that when someone says, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. I'm leaving. It's like, I saw this. I saw this. I saw this. This we call it. You know those little shorts, the funny shorts, and the guy and the girl, they're at therapy, right? They're at therapy, and the girl says, "If we don't change anything, I'm gonna end up cheating on you." Okay, so how do you feel about that? And the guy's like, "I think that's a great idea." He said, "Because I need some help with all because you just there's like all of this is going on. I need someone else to take on the burden." I was like, "Oh, that's funny." I was like, "You know what? That's funny. That one got me. I was cracking up." So it's like, don't threaten me with a good time. Oh man. Hey man, look, you'd be surprised the amount of people that are into that kind of stuff anyway. Hey, you know, you do you know. All right, let's check this. Look at this. This thing is still, you know, got the thing, all right? So let me plug this in. I want to turn this away from me because I guarantee you there's a whole bunch of stuff that's inside the thing. So I'm gonna put a filter. Ay, coño. Shit. I was gonna put a filter in the back to catch the dust that's gonna come out, but no, I have to turn it on prematurely. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can get like a regular, like a filter. I can actually, like an actual filter I can put on the back here to capture some of this dust. So let it run and then it fill up the filter. Oh my gosh. Let me see something. All right, I got a filter here. So I'm just gonna put it on this filter. I'm gonna put this filter right here. All right, and just see how much of it I can kind of stop from blowing all over my shop. Try it again. See, it came out. I think I'm gonna have to open this up, man. I think I'm gonna have to open it, and because I think the motor probably has a lot more than I would like to admit. Yep. Wouldn't be cool. It just wouldn't be cool for me to. Even though it's like it's gonna be like, hey, you know, sell it as is kind of thing. It's still like I should try to dust out the inside of this thing. Let me see. Okay. Honestly, man, I think if they're gonna make these things specifically for stuff like that and sawdust and sheetrock, it should be really hard for dust to get into the motor area. It shouldn't be that easy, you know. It shouldn't be so easy for dust to get into the motor area for shop vac style machines. Um, I get like a regular vacuum that really is just built for household dust. But for the ones that are built for shop, work, it shouldn't be so easy for dust to just get all up in the damn motor. It's crazy. Let me see. You see that? No, it shouldn't be like this. Honestly. I mean, I know I'm just complaining and shit, but just think about it. Just think about it for a second. A machine that is designed for shop vac stuff, that is going to be fine dust and sheetrock and all this stuff. That machine should be airtight when it comes to the motor, because this stuff will destroy a motor. And look how easy it is. Look at this. It's like all over the place. Huh. I'm looking for a duster. A vacuum with a duster on it. A dusting brush. Oh. I just don't want to have to run all over the place right now for it. Alright, I'm going to use a toothbrush. I'm just gonna get it down there. Just want to wake this stuff up a little bit, and then I'm gonna get a vacuum and just vacuum it off. I put all my plastic parts through a dishwasher. Hey, Vacs, what's up? To get them perfect. Hey, that's good, man. Yeah, I think that's perfect. You're better than me, bro. I think that's an awesome way to do it too. You're way better than I am in that. That's awesome. And this needs it, don't it? Gosh. Man. Really good advice too. It's like, if you don't use the good advice, then it's on you, right? You ever got like someone ever give you like real good advice and you're like, man, like you were okay not knowing, because it meant that you didn't have to do much, because the limited information you had kept you in this little spot where you didn't have to, well, and then the guy says, all you have to do is do that. Like, man. No, this one here, it was just returned. I bought it as a returned item. And I was like, all right, let's see what the deal is. They're claiming that it doesn't work. That was the claim. And what I believe is that the people just bought it to use it on a job and returned it. That's what I believe. And then I turned it on and it works, and it has sawdust all through it. Not sawdust, sheetrock. Let me see if I can get access to this. Oh, I see it. I see where it is. Damn it, man. Jax, they're gonna make me go into the whole thing. Gosh. Gonna make me do the whole thing, Jax. I was trying to be a little lazy on this one, because I'm probably not gonna sell it for much profit. But my conscience is always like gnawing at me, And so now I'm like, okay, there's a what do you call it? There's a filter here that I have to lift this up to get to the filter. See that? And if I don't do this, the filter is still going to blow out the dust. So, Jax, no, I didn't want to go all the way in, man. I was being a little lazy on this one, but now I'm forced to because if I want to clean it right, look at this. See, that's what I'm saying, man. That's why it does irritate me about this. This dust shouldn't make its way all the way to the motor. It's like a temporary machine you just created. You know, it should be more insulated. But what do I know, you know? What do I know? Okay, let me see. Hold on. This is it right here. See? Look at all this. Oh, Jax, I guess since I got it all apart, I might as well wash the whole thing, right? Oh my God, man. But you're right, man. You're obviously a professional at what you do. Backpack's a place to be. You know? Yeah, when the fans get when they get crud and caked up like that, it happens a lot to the rainbows also. They get caked up and heavy dirt, and it does make it unbalanced. It starts making a noise. Yeah, I would have been more motivated for a rainbow. This is like extra work for a tiny profit, but it's my name, you know. So if I'm gonna sell this to somebody, I don't want to sell it like this. You know, that's the thing. I don't want to sell it like this. You know, this stuff is just gonna blow out into their living room or whatever, or garage, and not good, you know. Not good, man. Not good. So all of this is gonna have to get cleaned. This is gonna have to get cleaned. This is okay, but I can still clean it. And then this whole cavity here, and this whole motor is just, look at that. Gosh. Yep. Oh well. All right. I'll get it done. Okay. I'll get it done. I'll get it all done. Then I have to clean all these because these are all and the hose. And then most likely the hose on inside these creases here, there's a whole lot of white sheetrock also hiding in these creases. So this is gonna have to be cleaned out also. There you go, man. I'm off to a start. You're right there, Brienne. You guys had to all be so right. You're just right. Damn it. Gosh. I don't know how many times you've been there where, you've been reminded you just have to do it. It's like, okay, fine. I gotta do it the right way, okay. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. Oh my gosh, I saw something I wanted to share, but I can't even find the damn thing. I saw something that I thought was so cool, man. Hold on, let me see something. 9:52. I'm about to get my butt down the road here. You know what? I am not even messing with these folks, man. I'm not even messing with these guys. I'm not even messing with these guys. I think that's it. All right, folks. Thanks for today. I'm trying to see if there was one more that I had to wrap up in the morning. I'm gonna show you something that I have that I can't even test. Right? Watch this. Some guy, the guy's asked me. He said, "Man, you got this in a vacuum shot." I said, "Dude, right now I'm just turning. You're just turning. I'm turning. Right? It's like money, right? You got a product, you sell it. I'm just turning products right now. So let me show you this thing I got that I can't. Well, in order for me to test it, I gotta In order for me to test it, I'm gonna need gasoline, I think. And look at this thing. Ay, ay. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. This is a Craftsman BP 510, right? And I can't even test this damn thing. I mean, I can, but I would have to put I would have to put gasoline in here, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. This thing don't even look like it's been used. Comes with your blower stuff. Backpack. Gosh, you can't even see the full picture of this. Let me see something. Yeah. You see that? So I can't even test this thing to see. I mean, I guess I can, but I don't want to put. Again, like I said, I don't want to put gasoline in it. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. So I may have to. Damn it, So it's one of those things, right? Where it's like when you have to do you have to do it right. So, yeah. Sometimes it's like part of it. It's like no one forced me to take this on, so I gotta do what I gotta do. Reverse the fan and make it a leaf vacuum. Ah. Damn, Jax, you know how to do all that too, huh? Oh, well, you would need a place for it to go. I have a vacuum though. I have a vacuum here somewhere. I have a an actual leaf vacuum that I was just working on. I got it to work. It wasn't. What was it not doing again? I forgot. I think it just wasn't turning on, and I ended up fixing that. I was able to fix it. And I think that uses electricity, so it was a lot easier to work on that motor. I tried working on motors with carburetors and stuff like that. I have my lawnmower at home, and I just got frustrated with it. And I was like, man, I'm just going to buy a new lawnmower. But I gave it a shot. I bought the carburetor. I put the carburetor in. I put new filters. I put on new spark plugs. I just didn't go all the way into further in because it still wouldn't start. So I didn't go any further in. And I was just like, I'm just going to buy another one, man. So yeah, my comfort zone isn't in these kind of machinery here. My comfort zone is where, electrical stuff, power switches, on and off switch, regular motor kind of deal. I would probably want to learn how to do this though. How to work on stuff like this, just for my own sake, to overcome something that was limited at, just for my sake. So I still have the lawnmower, And I kept saying to myself, okay, one day you're gonna open this thing up and you're gonna fix it. you know. So this is one of those things I have. So I have a guy that says he want to buy it, and I was like, fine, you want to buy it? Come check it out. And one last thing, I got this. One last thing. So I can probably check this here with you guys because I haven't checked this yet. So this is what the deal is with this. It's an air compressor, and it says here doesn't work, right? I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't see it. It says doesn't work. Okay, so let's see. Colombo. Yeah, the labor would cost more than the vacuum. No, it's not for repair. It's not for repair. I just have it on the wall. You know, I have a few of them up front, and then when I move those out, I'll put this up front. I have like 5 of them up front, and I have a what's that next to it? A bolt? Is it a bolt? A Bissell bolt? Yeah, and I just have it on the wall right there. Yeah. People come in when they come in with these things to fix. I'm like, I'll be honest with you, man. I'll be charging them more than it's worth. So I don't even want to mess with it, you know. And if they're like insistent and it's sentimental or whatever, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let you know how much I'm probably gonna charge. And a lot of the times, these kind of small vacuums here, the ones that are cordless, is just that the battery stopped taking the charge for a lot of those. For the regular corded, it's sometimes the motor is really just gone, you know, stuff like that. So, all right, let's see if I can lift this up, man, without straining myself. All right. Shoulders. Okay. So what do you think? You think it works? You think it works? What's most likely the case? I have an air compressor at the house that I use really just to blow up my tire if my tires start to go down or leak or whatever, the kid's bike, stuff like that. That's really what I have it for. It's probably more than I need. It's a big one, bigger than this one. And really, all you do, you plug it in and turn it on and let the air build up. So let's plug it in and see if it doesn't work. Is it on? Let me make sure it's off. Made that mistake just now. All right, let's see. What would you guess? Husband bought it, wife got mad, and they... yeah. That's probably what happened, right? Why'd you buy that for? You better return it. Well, let's see. You ready? All right, 1, 2, and... Maybe it turns on. It sounds louder than the one I have at the house. No, my bad. The one I have is louder than this. I would need like a hose though to see if the pressure's building up. Or can I just check here? The pressure's building up. It works. It works. See? It works. It sounds like a Sharp Twin energy vacuum. Imagine that, huh? Well, this one works. So, yeah, so, but really what it is mostly, like I said, it's power tools, it's vacuums, it's blowers, chainsaw, table saw, compressors. That's really the stuff that I ended up getting in. So it worked out. It worked. It fits right in. It's not that bad. Esco, which is one of the guys that we used to buy our stuff from, they used to sell heaters. They would sell us heaters, and so I have some heaters here. Esco's going out of business right now, so no one's gonna be able to buy that stuff from them anymore. But so a lot of the shops would sell heaters, sewing machines. So I'm like, hey, I can make my own business model, right? If you could put sewing machines and vacuums in the same shop, then I can put power tools and air compressors and all that stuff too. So that's how I'm looking at it. That's it, guys. I'm gonna get my butt out of here. You know what's probably missing? What do you think would have been in this? What do you think would have been in this? That's probably what's missing. Let me look and see. Probably the cable, the hose, man, that shoulder is still bothering me. That probably the hose, man. Does it say what comes in it? Let me think. Does it see? Instruction book. Let me see. There's an instruction book in here. Golly. Hold on. That's probably what was missing. Maybe. Replacement parts. It doesn't say what comes with it. And none of the pictures have the hose with it. So maybe it didn't come with the hose. But why have that box in there? Okay. Yeah, this is the parts list. The hose is not in it. So, it wasn't sold with the hose. Yeah. All right. It just seems odd that you have this box. I mean, or maybe it was designed just as a so it doesn't rock back and forth. Maybe, I don't know. It just seemed like something would be in here. But still, all right. So this works officially. This officially works. Okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna see you guys later. Brienne, I want to wrap up that skateboard. I might. It all depends on how I'm feeling today. I might do it later on today. I might start on that skateboard later on today. I still have to do the Tinkerbell and I have to do the umbrella. What else I wanted to put in there? I wanted to put like a leaf or two from a palm tree, and the car. So I may go live again later on today to kind of wrap up that drawing. We'll see. It all depends. All right, I'll see you guys later. Guys, stay positive. Don't take any wooden nickels. All right. All right. Hey, and Jack, man, thanks for stopping in and helping me get my head together when it comes to that. I am going to go and wash those things today and get them cleaned up. All right, stay positive.